Good morning, Libras. We're going to go ahead and start with the weekly, and it's very, very early here. Oh my goodness. I have another deck that's coming this week on Thursday. So we will be opening a new deck together, and I think Thursday is going to be a pick a pile already. This week we are going to have a schedule posted tonight, okay, because my work schedule has officially changed. So I will be working around that. It's not going to be as daily as it was. All right. But when I leave you content, it is going to be a massive amount of content when I do drop it. So some days will be 4 videos, some days will be 3. And I wanted to let you guys know beginning this week, those are going to be some of the changes. You won't notice it that much until there's a permanent schedule. And then you guys will start to see like how I'm working around that. Welcome to your upcoming weekly. These are some of my most favorite videos to do because even if they're not so long, they're not 30 minutes. They've never been 30 minutes. I take my time and I process it with you, and we get to see the joys of the week and what we can do with some of the disappointments too, especially if it's like not so good cards. Welcome to your weekly. Okay, without further ado, 6 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, which we had in yesterday's reading. Main themes, 7 of Wands. Okay, I feel like it's a singles message just to start. So 7 of Wands is like you're defensive. If you're a high vibrational person, it's probably to protect your energy, or it's probably to protect your surroundings, protect you. This is Jennifer Garner from her TV series. The 7 of Wands says don't overdo it there. You can still rejoin the world if you've been very single, okay? And also there could be some adventure with fire signs here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. A higher level soulmate could be wanting contact also, or trying to look for you in spaces where you don't dwell anymore. You're bigger than that. You're bigger than the spaces of which you healed from and which first caused pain in your life. So 7 of Wands, just watch for levels of that. Main themes this week, please. And I have nails, so I have to grip it with like licking my thumb. All right, you have another one. Ace of Pentacles from the record store or record shop. Ace of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So we have, studying it, I feel like there's an opportunity to rise above the situation, be bigger than the situation with the Ace of Pentacles this week. I feel like that's more Tuesday, where you're in realization of that, where it's really coming in clear. Your downloads feel fresh, okay? Again, I warn, and I like to say this on the channel, do not watch things that make you feel lower vibe. Okay, don't do it to yourself. There's been a lot of healing. You have to give yourself credit. Okay, don't go back on an old timeline too. Do things that are healthy for you. Some of it, like to give advice, because you guys like it when I give examples. Taking your vitamins, going on your walks more frequently, meditating is another good thing to do. Make sure that you're in that Zen Om feeling, okay? I mentioned something about soulmates finding you too, so we'll get something on that. Soulmate cards. All right, we have the Page of Wands. There's news this week that is really, really good for you. Good news. Think of things like when you hear it, you're like, oh, okay. Like it's that surprise motion in your face. Page of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. So there could be a message coming in. Usually they're indicative of somebody younger. They're really, really young, maybe 2 or 3 years younger than you. So they could be wanting to seek your counsel, or they find you to be very ideas driven. Page of Wands. 4 of Swords. I saw this in my pre-shuffle. I was kind of surprised by it, but it is a major theme this week. Get your rest. I think I said 4 of Wands. 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is a Libra decan. It's considered lower Libra decan because we don't deal with it that much. We don't deal with the 3 of Swords a lot in our life too. So the 3 and 4 are ours. I read one time that the 5 of Swords is Aquarius because that tends to be more in their moon energy. Okay, 8 of Wands. We finally got it. Communication. Usually in readings, this is like the Holy Grail. If you see the 8 of Wands, it means that you're connecting, or the fire sign energy in your collective is communicative, right? Because it's fire. We have Sagittarius here. So for the weekly, this is a good time for you to communicate your ideas. And if some of you have already gone into the manifestation part of your goals, I think this could be really helpful if you partner up, if you have some collaborators this week. And it could feel good too to talk to other people. So call up a trusted friend. Don't call people you don't trust. don't talk to people that don't deserve your new ideas. Also, the Eight of Wands next to the Four of Swords is like, this is intensive healing. It's also doing healing in the right way. And you could be communicating how you've done that. It's something about like the healer's journey too, or the hero's journey. And we don't look at ourselves like heroes. We're just saying, overall, we have something to share here with somebody that also might want to reach you for an opportunity, because the Ace of Pentacles is like, I give you my coin. What are you going to say to that, Libra? Okay. And those of you looking for work, let me check your surrounding cards. Surrounding cards is like defense and news. So maybe you're waiting on something. Seven of Wands is like maybe indicative of waiting on word that you've been working on. This is like you putting out an application into the universe. I'm saying it in a broader perspective, but you could be waiting on some news with the Page of Wands, and then therefore connecting through that 8 that we see on the table. Okay, good communication. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords, also in my pre-shuffle, the 6. So there's your air energy right there. There could be the full moon in Aquarius is on August 9th. It peaks on the 10th. So that's coming up after Lionsgate. I think I should do a Lionsgate preview reading today. So that could follow this reading. Yeah, like there is somebody who's interested in your life. I almost take it as a soulmate that is looking for you in liminal spaces, or even in the spaces where you don't dwell anymore. So let's get a little bit more on that. 5 of Cups, bottom of the deck of this one. And I can't really show it unless I do this and then him with the flashlight. But isn't it reminiscent of our Hermit card? It's a lot like the Hermit card that we had last night. 5 of Cups, maybe more so along the lines of never telling you how much you meant to them. Because I see that this week is they're really meeting the wrong people, or this masculine is in tower energy. Okay, like they're really realizing things. Divine masculine, or if they've been praying a lot or they've been trying to fix situations. 5 of Cups feels like the regret of the card, actually. Okay, I'll look into that with a clarifier right now. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck with Taurus. What is the 5 of Cups with this same deck that I had? Queen of Wands. They see you doing very well. If some of you said while this flipped over, on the rise, you could very well be correct, because there's a stature change here, and also somebody who is doing maybe even creative healing, because she's creative, right? So Queen of Wands is usually very attractive, handsome, beautiful, because it can be male and it can be female, but there is something to her this week. So we do have the Queen of Wands in blue. Usually she's very yellow, right? She has like a yellow persona, orangey in the background with the cat. But here there's something staturely businesslike about her. I think maybe some of you went back to higher education, or a lot of you went back to school or finished like your dissertation, you're writing your final notes on graduation, or you could be valedictorian, something like that. And also you can take that esoterically, like second in your class, first. Okay, so there's some level of expertise that I'm feeling in your line of work. Whatever you do, Libra, you have gone up a couple statures, because she feels like she almost comes with like a change of title today. Change of title. That's really interesting. Okay, the Emperor. I will keep him because I know that he's steady in readings right now. Justice is there with the court system. So there could be a wrap up of a divorce proceeding. You learn news this week on how things are split assets, the way that this person is leaning more towards working with you. I also sense here that there could be temporary bad news before it gets good. Okay, so that's for the next 7 days. And if you guys want more elaboration on this, I'm pretty sure you want a bonus. We might do this also as a Lionsgate preview. Okay, and let me know in the post too. You can leave me behind a yellow heart today. And on anything on an old post, okay? And I will go and check it. So let's get your weekly out. Archangel Michael, protect this collective. Let me see the cards that I'm supposed to see for the week in terms of messages for my Libra, and also protect them. Anything sent to us, send it back tenfold. That is not well for us. And we have Queen of Pentacles. A couple are slipping out, so I'm just going to pull them. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. So that's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What's interesting about that is there's elements here of a selective process. Many of you are choosing the correct avenue for who you are today. There's a lot of evolution in tarot too. We talk about it on a daily sense, on a macro level, sometimes mini level. And today there's something here about dealing with a lot of water signs too, because I'm feeling the wateriness of the cups that's going on here. Queen of Pentacles, again, stature comes back. You as an icon of your healing and a very, very caring person. You can even some days make this card very narrowed in terms of like, I care for everybody around me. I'm always so tough. Okay. So there is something here about you being nurtured for too. Whoever's in this card has to be looked after as well. It's not all the time that you have to do the job. Correct? Because that means that you're going to run thin. And this person deserves to have that. So that could be that you have a lot of business opportunity because she is the business queen. There's queens for everything, right? Like the Empress is all four. The Queen of Cups wears her heart right here on her shoulder if you were to look at it in terms of 3D people. So you could also be the Queen of Cups is something that I'm seeing in the reading. Even if I don't have her, I feel her in the reading. And then one that I didn't check. Queen of Cups, the one that we were just talking about. Okay, so there's 2 that are relevant for this week. Queen of Pentacles could be like midweek flavor. Queen of Cups could be more like Monday and Tuesday. So there's an opportunity even in something that is difficult or that you clarify is like hard to get over. Okay, so I see that as well. You know, sometimes we don't know what to do with the Queen of Cups within us, but what you can do is get in where you fit in, right? If somebody needs you, offer a helping hand. If you need to fill back your own cup, do so. Like take yourself out on a treat day or make yourself feel good and raise your vibration. I think this week, why there's queens all over the place, like you have at least 3 here that are very important. We're just missing one. Queen of Swords is the one that's gone. Have you noticed that? You have the Queen of Wands in blue, which I can no longer find her. Where is she? There you go. Creative is still very with you. Using your insights, okay, for good ideas. And then here, the Queen of Cups with a really whole heart, right? Full. She gives herself the cup. She's also able to give it to others. So there's something here about the Queen of Swords missing, which means reestablishment of firm boundaries. And that might have to happen this week because she is not in the reading, okay? And just showing you guys how I evaluate. King of Pentacles, there is a higher level soulmate, and now you have a divine pair. The only one to show up today. We do not have the King of Wands in terms of like being cute and attractive, which doesn't really matter. But we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. This is solid for building a home together, creating a life. This person is educated and or you. Maybe it's the Libra that has the education under their belt. There's also, I sense like an ideas week. Okay, I keep getting that word, idea, idea, idea. So you might want to use a pen and paper today and do some writing down of those things. It could be very repetitive, but it's good for you. Even if sometimes for the Libra, it's annoying to write things down in like to-do list. I think even just to visually see it will be good for your eyes. So the weekly, this is presented a stable relationship where 2 people feel like they're doing the same things. Okay, Taurus and Capricorn here. So they could be an earth sign. If Libra is dealing with earth, what do they look like too? Incoming signs, 8 of Wands. They talk to you. Earth signs are not afraid to. Water, 2 of Swords. Okay, this person gets to choose, or it's you, Libra, because this is also your card. It's either you or them. There's a choice here for someone to step up. And I think they've been ignoring all of the signs to connect with you because they do know that you're an earthly soulmate. What's going on here in the 2 of Swords is they're making a decision longer and drawn out for the water signs than they need to. Okay, to connect with you is actually easier. I never understood why people don't use communication because it is so very important to get those lines across. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Let me just check what you have around. Lots of Queens this week. Communication twice in the reading with the Eight of Wands. And this is going to be a good luck sign because you get to talk too. Okay. This is important for you because you get to verbalize lots of ideas and maybe even here close up something permanently in your life. You get to move on. Yes. Eight of Wands. And let's look at who did we miss? Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh my goodness. Six of Pentacles and the 5. So this person feels left out. I don't feel it like a gift, the Six of Pentacles. How I honestly read that is it's going in sequence. It's the 5 and the 6, right? And they're of the same family. Fire signs, Sag, that's Leo, that's Aries for Libra. It's almost like they know you deserve better. They know that they could have given more. I don't think they took the opportunity. And this fire sign might be learning now what your love language is from far away. Aries, Leo, Sag. If you're the one with fire in your chart, I really feel like here you're starting over from zero. Like you're going on a fool's journey, my fire Libras. Okay? Because the Six of Pentacles shows a generous time coming up. And then we have, if you have double air, let's go to your air people wishing to have put effort, or this person wants to. Okay. This week, your work, since you have 2 8s also, I'm reading it as if it's for you. 8 of Wands and 8 of Pentacles can be the type of connection that you have to your work. So maybe you're verbalizing more of what you deserve. And if you're leaving work too, you could be hearing back from a lot of application, because you see how this could have been applying. And then this is the actual workplace with the 8 of Pentacles. That's a very good combo. That I haven't seen in a long time. So it's good news. Please keep going too. If you feel like you took a break and it was too long, encourage yourself. Okay, because the Queen of Cups here still needs to be nurtured. So don't forget about practical basic needs too. I mean, after all, we have to ground the cards. They're not all mystical. So 8 of Pentacles. Maybe right here, someone will see the caliber and maybe the quality of your work. That might change for an employer also if you're doing career stuff. And I also see here that you might be flying, because if you look at these 2 cards, there could be communication about going overseas. I'm just taking the water as a literal sign. Okay. 10 of Pentacles, the week feels like the Lover's card with Gemini. So you could be speaking to a new Gemini, many of you, or air, like maybe another Libra even. I don't know why I'm looking at the card like that, like most of the air zodiacs, but that could be something very special. They could also be at a distance, this Gemini. That's super specific. 7 of Pentacles. Show me that person's feelings. I'm interested. The Star. King of Cups. I'll take 3, okay? The Star, the King of Cups, the 6 of Wands. I believe that is with the white horse. Sorry about that. They think that you're somebody of like, they do feel your stature. They do feel like you have influence. The Star is influence. Air sign, right? So they could feel very sentimental towards your journey, all right, of recognition, or this person feels like you're a strong chosen one. Yes, and maybe even your birth date reflects that, or your rising sign reflects that. I'm also picking up on a Libra moon today, like in your feelings, or maybe that's your literal moon sign is a Libra moon. I'm picking up on you heavily. I almost feel like too, you're reframing or you're re-educating yourself where you wanted your life to go maybe even 10 years ago. You're back in that flow and you're re-educating your way to get back there. Something about too, your work, like you could be revitalizing or rebranding yourself. Take that, everybody here too, as a bigger message. There's a rebranding or finding yourself on a higher timeline. I had to talk over that Lambo. I just went by. There's a guy on the street that has like excessive nice cars, so I have to talk over him because he's always leaving. That could be something too. Maybe you're done with the flashiness as well. Okay. So let's look at the star in terms of you. And I did want to make it a longer reading to thank you for the week. Very detailed too. I didn't want to come in here and just give a nothing reading. I wanted to be coming in here strong. The Death card. Transformation, right? The ending of a time. The moth is significator of that too in the card with the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. You could be going again. Maybe I should do this as the next reading. I think so. The higher level soulmate. You're going towards someone who's very, very powerful in the way that they communicate. Ace of Pentacles, if I were to keep going. Two of Cups. And then Leo with the Sun. There's a lot of this Leo in every reading. Higher level soulmate. How are they communicating? What are they doing already? And I mentioned a Gemini in this reading too, because I feel like they are communicating with you. Some of you are dealing with a gem. What is the Two of Cups, please, for the incoming partnership? Ace of Cups. A new start. And I keep telling you guys there's a new person on the horizon who's very compelled with, I think, the way you do things. It could remind them of a parent of theirs, or it could remind them of a very good friend. I feel like it's a sentimental thing, or maybe you remind them of a person who's already gone, because this is the thing. They're talking to you because you have a Hierophant way about you. We don't have this card here just sitting here. There's a reason why the Hierophant is out, and it's Taurus, right? Taurus is a big sign about, they have big attitude. They're also very stable. I found a lot of Tauruses are funny too. Like they're actually very comedic. So we'll see here, because that could be our look at your higher level soulmate too. Remember, twins are not soulmates. Soulmates are brought into our life to make an impact. They sometimes imprint on you too, but you also do it back. You know, you meet these people for a reason. So, Two of Cups. Did you have a soulmate card just to check my work? I think you had the Lovers. Was the Lovers in this reading? I'm all like scanning the cards. I think so. I can't find it because now I have over 28 cards on the desk for the week. But I wanted to thank you. Big themes. Let's run it down. King and Queen of Cups, because she was here too. Work. What you're doing, how is it being facilitated? Do you feel safe there also? Okay. And then the Sun card for happy turns of events. You could even find this on your own. Don't take the Sun as somebody has to make you happy. You do it, okay? Take the steps. Do not wait for other people in the Sun card. That's what I advise. Oh, there she is. There she is. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back later for your bonus. Have a really good afternoon. I will see you in a few hours. I will leave you with something too that is sage and helpful. I'll make sure to put advice in the afternoon reading. And thank you much.